Hi, Facebook. Sorry, we're just waiting on our Instagram. It crashed at the last minute, but we are going to get started soon.
Yes, we're
Woohoo.
just going to get started
Thank
right
you for
now.
joining us.
Thank you, thank you. There we go. Oh, there we go. Cool. Hey, what's up? It's me, Awesome Alley.
And I'm Rayson. Welcome back to 90 Days to Becoming an Awesome Person. Today is day 69, and as always, we're going to start off with our quote of the day.
Thank you, Rayson. So as my sister said, today is day 69. So today's quote of the day is by the Dalai Lama. He said, "The purpose of our lives is to be happy." Once again, the purpose of our lives is to be happy. The Dalai Lama. Rayson, can you give us your quick thoughts and perspective on this quote?
Can you repeat just the first part for me, please?
The purpose.
The purpose. Okay, perfect. I just needed those two words. I love what he's saying. I think when you look at happiness, we look at our needs and what we already have in the world. And I think happiness depends on your own satisfaction with your life. I mean, throughout history, we've always been innovating and discovering and exploring and coming up with new things. And this is supposed to lead to happiness, having this innovation. But really and truly, at the heart of it all, it's your determination and will for your own personal growth and for your own transcendence and transformation in life. So when you think about being happy and you look at these kinds of components and factors, at the end of the day, you are the one to decide whether are you happy in this moment or are you not. Like sometimes, and I'll give you a good example. Sometimes you will hear a lot of people go on and say, oh, do your gratitude, do this, blah, blah. And it's all good. It really is. But that's the thing. When you're doing those kinds of exercises to be happy, you have to be very intentional. And if you're always looking at it from the perspective, oh, I'm angry or I'm feeling guilty about something, whatever it may be, you'll never open yourself up to the feeling of that happiness and that joy when you're doing the activity because you're already looking at it from a downward perspective. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts on the quote today.
I like that. I like how you said brought in the gratitude, but I was gonna do that. Also, so great job. When you do your gratitude or you do journaling, right? And you're like my sister said, you're trying to be happy. What I have found personally is that I'm more upset or I'm more like focused on, okay, what can I do to be happier here? Okay, well, this is what I want. This might get me more happy. But when you're happy, when you have a sense of joy in that moment of doing it because you actually want to do it, then your true thoughts, your true feelings, your true intentions really start to come out because you're no longer trying to search for it, right? It's like when you become relaxed to a point where you put your guards down and then you let yourself be vulnerable for a second to really put down what you want. When you feel safe enough, feel you're in a good mood, you can put it out. Like sometimes have ever like been chilling with somebody and they say something, right? It's like, what? I never knew that before, because they're just vibing, right? They're just happy. You're having a good talk, and then someone says something, you're like, what, dude? I didn't know that about you, right? It's like, yeah, I keep it to myself and stuff, because at that point they feel happy enough and they feel comfortable enough to be, share that moment with you or share that with you. They put their guards down. And also, the purpose of our lives is to be happy. As my sister said, happiness can vary from person to person, right? Depending on where you live, depending on your culture, religion, different things like that all influence, what you determine to be happy, right? Happiness. You can go to a third world country and see a kid playing with, creating their own pots and pans and stuff out of clay mud, right? And then you can go to a first world country and having a blast of their time in that third world, right? Just using your mind, and then go to a first world and see a kid with everything and constantly upset because they don't have something else. So I think, happiness comes in the moment where you stop looking into the future to see a peak and stop looking in the past to see what you could have done better. Happiness is just in the moment where you're just vibing and you're not really focusing on trying to do something too much. So that is my thoughts, comment, perspective on today's quote. If you just joined us, the quote is by the Dalai Lama. He said, "The purpose of our lives is to be happy." To comment down below what you think happiness means, or what is your definition of happiness. All right, Rachel, what is the tip for today?
Okay, thank you, Ali. So the tip for today is avoid multitasking. Instead, create a habit of multitasking, switch it out, and start developing hyper-focus and discipline. So that is very, very straightforward. Having hyper-focus and discipline allows you to get things done in a short period of time and get it done well because, you have the discipline to stay there and you have the hyper focus to look at the details and make it as best as you can.
No, I like that. And definitely alongside, multitasking, it's good to some certain extent. If you can finish every single thing, go for it, right? But when you're in the sense of, I think hyper focus comes very good and handy when it comes to extremely big projects. I don't suggest, try to multitask or do here, especially if you're becoming a CEO. You have to start to feel comfortable enough if you want to scale your business to start dropping some of the responsibilities so you can focus on being the leader, focus on being the visionary. So that is your quote and tip for today. Just to repeat everything and wrap it all up, the quote of the day is, "The purpose of our lives is to be happy," by the Dalai Lama. And the tip for today is create a habit of hyper-focus and discipline and try to get rid of that multitasking. So that is a quote and tip for the day. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to grab your free 30-day journal PDF by clicking the link on Instagram, in the bio, on Facebook, in the caption, and YouTube, also caption or description. And then join us for the remaining 21 days for the 90-day journey. It's almost coming to an year, so make sure to grab that. This was presented by APSO. Awesome people
Shaping our world.
Remember, you are awesome.
And you can make the world a better place.